Okay, masters. Good evening, everyone. So, those who are new to this platform and don't know me, my name is Ekta Jain, and I live in UK, Northampton, with my family and my kids. I started my meditation journey in year 2016 under the guidance of Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patri sir. So today, I'm going to talk about my first guru, who was a Jain monk. His name is Chandra Ji Maharaj. He's not a very famous person, but I'm talking about him because he had a great influence in my life, and he's the reason that I came on this path of meditation. He planted the seeds of meditation into me, and those in the later years, when fully grown, fully blossomed, were then taken care by Patri sir, and then under his guidance, I followed the path of meditation. So, to talk about my first guru, as I mentioned, his name is Hemchandji Maharaj. In Jain religion, we call every guru at the end as Maharaj, so that's why I'm calling him like that. So, he um, he was born in a Brahmin family and in a small village in Meerut. But though he was born in Brahmin family, but since when he was a child himself, a lot of Jain munis or sadhus used to visit his house, and he got very much influenced, inspired by them. And just at the very young age, when he was just 13 years, he decided to renunciate this worldly life, and decided to take the path of sannyasa. So he got initiated, took the Diksha when he was just 13 years old, and then rigorously and very sincerely followed the path of spirituality and Jainism. So, as you might be aware, that if you know the Jain munis, um, Jain monks, they follow a very strict, self disciplined, and spiritual path, and they follow many rigorous austerities in order to attain, higher states of consciousness, or we call it as enlightenment. So he also did lot of great, self disciplines and his sadhana, and then because of all of that, he attained a state of a siddha. So he was a trikaldarshi, which means he could see through the past, present, and future, and he also had the vachan siddhi, so which means whatever he spoke turned out to be truth. So one of the incident that I clearly remember from my childhood was that in our family, we had a family friend who was also a great politician, and he held a good position in the society. So once what happened, he there was an argument in the family. So like he had a heated argument with his own son, elder son, and then the son was around like teenager or something. So in a fit of anger, the son left the house without informing anyone in the family. And since he was a politician, he couldn't just reach out to the newspapers or to any media to find out where he has gone. And the son didn't return even after so many days. So he was really worried, and he wasn't able to um, inform police or something, because he had a political background, so he thought that people can misuse that information. So he felt kind of helpless in that situation, and my father was a great friend to him. So, and he knew that my father was a great devotee to Hemchandji Maharaj, and he was well aware of his powers as well. So he thought that um, to visit him. So he contacted my father and he said that this is the situation and if he can help me out in this. So my father took him to his ashram, and then there that person explained the whole situation to Guruji and said that if he can, tell something about his son or his whereabouts, so that he can be at peace, that he's safe and sound and something, or what is going on with him. So then Guruji just closed his eyes for few seconds, and then within those seconds, he saw some, incidents what were happening with him, and he told him that. And the Guruji told him that you don't have to worry about your son. He is in safe hands, and he saw and he heard that he was talking to his friends, and so he said that your son is in with his friends and he's in a good company, and he would return to his house on so and so date. So you just don't worry, he'll return safe. You just go and wait for his return. So he was very surprised and shocked that how he could tell everything so clearly and with so much certainty. So exactly when he came back home after 2 days, his son returned, and he told that he went to a different city with his friends. So he was very happy that he came home safely, and he didn't have to involve any kind of um, police or anything to find his son, and he just came back himself. So this was just one of the incident which I clearly remember from my childhood. Then another incident happened with my real sister, who is a software engineer project manager, and she lives in USA. So she was visiting our home in India, and due to some reason, she could not go back to USA to resume her job, and she was kind of stuck there in India, and she was very much worried about the job, and so she went to Guruji and she was just saying that Guruji, now I have lost this job. I don't know what to do when I go. What I'm going to do there. So Guruji said he gave a loving smile to her and say, why you are worrying about just one job? You when you go there, you will have not just one, but you will have two jobs. You just wait and watch. So he had that kind of vachan siddhi, that whatever he said is going to happen. So when she returned to USA, actually she found in her mailbox two offer letters from two different companies, and then she had to decide that which one she is going to join there. So these are some of the incidents that has happened within my life. Apart from that, there were so many miracles and so many good things that people used to call him, just for his so that just so that he comes into their, if somebody is moving to a new house or opening a new business or something, so they wanted that Guruji should come into their house or whatever business something they are opening, so that it was like a belief that wherever he goes, the prosperity and abundance used to follow him. So people would call him so that their business would flourish, or their house will have good energies due to his presence. So this was the great, mahima, you can say in Hindi, about my guru. But um, the incidents that made me speak about him today are related to my own life, and because of which I grew so much, I became so much devoted to him, and I still hold a great reverence towards him, and that's why I am, with great respect, I am speaking about him today. So some of the incidents I'm going to share, which are quite personal to me but happened in my life, and how these incidents I'm just sharing to stress upon the importance of a guru in one's life, and how if the guru's grace is upon you, you can handle the greatest challenges in your life. So this happened that when I was in India, I was an IT professional, and I got a chance to work in. I went to USA on a short-term project from my company. So the place I went to USA was very, very cold, and you know, it was like cold, wet, and damp all the time. So my project was around like 4 months of time that I was there. And then when I was about to return, come back to India, uh, like a month or so before that, I started to have a lot of cough and continuous mild fever all the time. So I don't know, like I was in a different country, I don't know what to do. And even if I'm sitting in the office, I was continuously coughing. I couldn't even, speak properly one sentence, and in between I would cough a lot. So I didn't know like what has happened with me. So I went to the hospitals in emergency there to get myself checked, but they simply just gave me some antibiotics. So I was taking them, but they weren't helping at all. So after I finished my tenure there, I came back to India, and then I got myself checked properly. And then my eldest sister is a doctor as well, so she knew some good specialized doctors. So she took me to one doctor, and as you know, like everywhere when you first get checked, they think that it's just cold cough, some kind of a symptom. So they simply gave me the antibiotics first, and then it wasn't helping. Same thing was happening, that I was still coughing and fever was not going off, and I was continuously feeling like drained, less energetic every time. So then the doctor said, ki let's try um, doing the x-ray. Let's find out, figure out what's there in her lungs that's making her so much cough. So my x-ray was done, and it was found that there was a big lump in one of my lungs. So everyone was shocked, like, what is it, such a big lump in the lungs? So then I was sent for a very painful test, which is called as bronchoscopy. So through that, they put the camera into your mouth, through your throat, to see what's there in the lungs. So they gave me anesthesia, due to which I was unconscious for like 4 or 5 hours. And then they were trying to see the get the pictures inside my lungs, like what is that lump of made of and all such things. But unfortunately, that test was unsuccessful, because they said that they could not reach, the lump is quite down the lungs, and the camera could not reach that it could not go down that much. So even if I had to go undergo so much pain of putting that tube through my throat, and even after I gained consciousness, I was still not able to speak for so many hours, because my throat was hurting so much. And then after that test, um, since they could not find out what is it exactly, i I got admitted into another hospital, and then there they kept me for 5 days. And I still remember that was nothing less than a hell for me, because in those 5 days they did all kind of tests that they could do it on me, all kind of blood tests, urine test, and whatnot, everything. And they, every now and then, they would come and prick needles into my body, and continuously they had one what the cannula fitted into my hand, and the needle was like this big, and they would continuously giving some medicine through it. And because I started developing some lymph nodes also during that time. So some on my arms, behind my ears, under my chest. thighs, everywhere I was started getting those lymph nodes. So some were benign and some were painful. So doctors were actually quite worried that what's happening. It's not just a normal cough and fever, but she's developing some symptoms also. So some said that it might be a tumor or something like that. And my family, myself, was very worried, like what's going on, and nobody is able to figure out exact cause of this thing, why I'm having this persistent cough. So then, after 5 days, they took all my cultures. Oh yeah, I underwent one biopsy also. So they removed one lymph node, which was very painful below my chest, and then they took so many samples. They, pricked the needles into those lymph nodes just to see the culture, to see if there is any kind of bacterial or fungal infection or something like that. But they said that we are not able to come to any final conclusion. So after 5 days or so, they discharged me from the hospital. So we had no hope. Like, what is the exactly what's going on with me? So my sister consulted another doctor, and then that doctor said that mm, um, she that doctor also suggested something, and then said that the problem that she's having, we can treat her, but that needs certain doses of injections, and then those injections we need to import from outside India, and that would cost a lot of money. It would mean like they gave us a rough estimate between 45 to 50 lakhs, and that thing I am talking about year 2011, nearly like 15 years back. So after listening to that amount of money, my father was in total like how I'm going to save her life. So he started thinking about how to get the money for the treatment, and he was thinking, okay, I can sell some of my plots to in order to get the money for her treatment. And seeing my family into such situation was another plight, other than having that physical, you know, problem that I was dealing with. So the sufferings were like not just the physical; it was mental and emotionally draining also at that time. So then, my and after I had undergone that um, 5 days of continuous torture in the hospital, when the doctor suggested that we will admit her and then we'll give her some more doses of injections, I was completely like a big no. No, I don't want to undergo that. I would rather die than taking those injections and that treatment. So, but then my father and my brother, they were adamant that whatever it cost, we are going to save her, and we have to take this treatment. And I was like, how do I tell them that I don't want this thing, again? And even that doctor has mentioned that after we give her these injections, they can cause a great deal of side effects. They have great deal of side effects that in the long term she can have liver or kidney failure, and she can be totally bedridden. And I was 24, 25 years of age at that time. So listening to all those things, I was completely that I don't want to take this line of treatment. I'm not going for it. But my family, they were just adamant that no, if he's suggesting and he's a good experienced doctor, so we should follow what he's saying. So then what happened, I felt actually helpless because inside me I knew that I'm not going for it, but they were not listening. So I still remember that my father and my brother, they were sitting in the front seat uh, in the car, and I was in the back seat. So I simply just closed my eyes and I remembered my Guruji, that please, Guruji, show me the path, because I don't want to, undergo this pain again, this torture again. So please show me some path, how I can get rid of this thing, first of all. So then, as soon as I opened my eyes, my brother said suddenly, and I was surprised to my father that, why don't we take a second opinion? Why we are so much, like, um, following him or inclined to follow what he's saying. So let's take a second opinion. And I was literally jumped in my heart after listening to this that finally. So thanked my Guruji so much that thank you for, putting this idea into his mind. And suddenly it made, a different to altogether different course of uh, thinking. And then we went to some other doctor for the second opinion. And then that doctor was another, I would say, greater scam. So, though these doctors that I'm telling you about were very great, experienced doctors, without taking their names, but yes, my in my case, they were total failures. So, then we went to another doctor, and then he said that after looking at all my reports, my symptoms, he very confidently said that she has got TB, tuberculosis, and he said he that TB test also happened, but it came negative. But still, he was confident. And in India, they say that even if the TB test is negative, it's most likely that it's TB there. So he put me on the TB dose, and he said that tuberculosis medicine needs to be taken for like 8 to 9 months minimum, so that it does not relapse. And then the dose was extremely heavy, and when I was taking, every dose that I was taking made me sick, made me puke, and I felt dizzy. So it was again like, what has happened? I'm not ready. And I was like, if I keep taking these medicines for 7 8 months, I would definitely die at the end of the course. So why? What's the point? I'm taking it, and that was such a stressful time for me when in the morning I had to take the medicines. And then I was like, I would directly go and stand in front of the basin, that because I knew that I would puke right away. So this medicine, I think I took for like 2 weeks in complete disappointment and completely draining my energy. So uh, even my family was looking at me and that I was losing weight. I had lost like 8 to 10 kgs just in like 1 or 2 months of this, going round and round around the doctors and taking different lines of treatment. So then, feeling so helpless, and it was like we used to go to our Guruji's every Sunday. So this Sunday we went to him, and my family was crying. I was crying in front of him, sitting, and then we explained the whole situation, what's happening with us. And then he looked at me, and I don't know suddenly what happened. Otherwise, he was always very calm, gentle, never, showing the assertiveness to anyone, always agreeing to whatever people are saying. Yes, yes, everything. Very gentle, very humble. But that day, he looked at me and he said that she does not have a tuberculosis. So, whosoever doctor has told that she got the tuberculosis, first of all, that doctor needs to go back to his institute and study again, because he doesn't know what he's talking about. So we thought that maybe he's just trying to, console us, and that's why he's saying all such things. So even I said, okay, no, Guruji, this is what it is, because we have tried everything, but nothing. Um, Nobody can figure out. So, and this is the last thing, and I think this is the. So he said, no, just keep quiet. You don't have this thing. And then my sister, who is doctor, and she started looking at me and with a very, great hope that if Guruji is saying something with so much certainness, then there has to be something. Let me dig down little more. So she further went to, seek more doctors, and so finally, by Guruji's grace, we found a very good pathologist. who a pathologist is a person who does the lab test and all. He was very experienced, very experienced. He mostly worked outside India, so he knew about the diseases which are not common in India as well. So uh, when we went to with all the reports to him, after looking at my reports, after seeing me, examining me, looking at my lymph nodes and everything, he repeated. I was so surprised. He repeated exactly the same words that Guruji had spoken just last day, previous day. So he said she does not have tuberculosis. Same thing, and very confidently he said that I'm saying she does not have tuberculosis and she can leave this medicine right away. She doesn't have to wait on because he said that I'll take some samples, and then based on that I would decide that which infections she has got, but this is not tuberculosis for sure. So he said very confidently to leave those medicines, and I was so relieved, and at the same time surprised at how come he is also repeating the same words that Guruji has repeated. So has said the previous day. So this is how you can say one mind works everywhere, one consciousness. So then he again, of course, I had to go under the needles again. Perhaps that was the last time I went, because then finally my results came after 2 days, and he said that she has got a kind of a fungal infection which is not common in India, but she has got it from USA because she was in very cold, damp area. So it's very common there that the fungus easily grows in those areas, and she has um, got this infection from there. But he named two kind of fungal infection, and he wasn't sure which one I am having. So he said that after only I get the sample result, then I can finally tell you which one is it. But she doesn't have tuberculosis, so very confidently you can leave the medicine. So after listening to his words, I was very happy and relieved that finally I am getting the right diagnosis for myself. And then after all this circus and all, um, finally he told me that you got blastomycosis. That's a kind of a fungal infection, and the treatment line of treatment that he suggested was very simple. Just the oral medicine I had to take once in a day, and uh, I had to take it for like couple of months, 6 7 months, and then all all fine. So I was so happy. Like, doctors were suggesting so many, I don't know what all kind of line of treatments, injections and all, and it costed just, I think, not even a few thousands for the whole treatment. So this is the grace of Guru, that you can come out of the darkest phase of your life so easily. And then after 6 or 7 months after my completion of the course, I regained my strength. I was all fine to again join back my office, and the life came back to the normal routine. And then one fine day, just as I mentioned, we used to visit him every Sunday. So after his darshans, we were going back, and then suddenly one of his disciples, youngest disciple, stopped me and said that you need to come to Guruji's darshanas for 40 days. So I was like, what 40 days? I'm a working woman, but you mean that 40 days, every 40 Sundays I need to come, or what? So he said, no, every day. You come every day for 40 days continuously for Guruji's darshans. So I didn't understand what's the purpose, why he is calling, but since it's Guruji's command, we have to follow it. So I said, okay, I'll try. So I started going before my office in the morning. I would do his darshans and then go to office. So this happened for like continuous 21 days. And then after 21 days, I fell sick. So I didn't go for like couple of 2 3 days. And then when I went again, the youngest disciple who has asked me to come, he again questioned that, why didn't you come from last so many days? So I said, Guruji, I fell sick and this and that. So he said, so why did you break it? You are supposed to come here for 40 days. So I was like surprised. Like, so he said, you restart it, start it all over again for 40 days. Forget about the days for 21 days. So I was like, okay. So I was like, are you serious? Kind of in my heart that again I have to restart it. So, but then he said, so I said, okay, I will do it. And then uh, actual journey started. My actual journey started during those uh, 40 days when I restarted this. So I don't know what happened, what triggered in me, and I was continuously going. I forgot when the next 40 days ended, and I kept going to his darshanas every morning. It became my natural routine that I would not go to office before I have his darshans in the morning. So and it kept on happening, and when it was happening, so many um, miraculous things in my life were happening during that 40 days. My marriage also got materialized during that time. I was my husband is non-Jain. He doesn't belong to my community, and my father was very traditional. So I was very much, I didn't know that how he is going to agree for our marriage. So during one of my visits, I just mentioned this to my Guruji that Guruji, this is the boy and all, and Papa, my father is not going to agree. So he said that don't worry about it. If he doesn't agree, let me know and ask him to come to me. So when these marriage talks were happening in our family in my house, so my father asked me that, did you check with Guruji first of all, very suspiciously, because he knew that we all had great faith in him, and if he says no, then we will not do anything. So I told him that, yeah. And Guruji said, if your father does not agree, then send him to me. So he laughed greatly that, oh, okay, so you have set up everything already. And so now, okay. So, like this, all these things happen so smoothly and happily. Though I was thinking that he's a very traditional man, that he would not agree, but everything happened so smoothly. And then, uh, as I was mentioning that I used to go to his darshans every day in the morning. So this ritual, how it came to an end was that one day when I went to see him, a lot of people have gathered in the ashram, and the Guruji who asked me to come to him every day, he said that, beta, today you just go back home. So I said, what happened? So he said that the Guruji is not well, and he won't be able to meet you today. So I was very disheartened at what has happened to him suddenly. He was all fine. I mean, he was very old, 80 plus, and he had old age issues, but nothing serious as such. So it was surprising. And with heavy heart, I left the ashram, and then I told everybody in the family that in the morning Guruji was not feeling well. So my father said, yes, he's been hospitalized, and he was having some issues and all. So I was, during that phase, during that time, I got so much connected, so much devoted towards him, that when I heard that he has been hospitalized, I started doing, jap, japa mantra, mala jap for his well-being, quick recovery, and so that he comes out of this condition so easily and quickly. So I kept doing this until it went on like for another 2 3 months. I was about to get married. I remember that during my, I was all decked up in my bridal attire. I was sitting in my car and I was still doing the hijab mantra, because inside me I was also worried that my life is changing. I don't know if I'll get this, time again, this much of time to do job mantra and everything when I get married. So I was just thinking, getting worried, and at the same time doing sitting in the car and doing my japa. And then uh, my phone rang, and my brother told me that there is a good news, that Guruji has completely recovered and he is coming to his ashram from the hospital. He is getting discharged. And I was so much surprised that I just thought that I was worried, and how he is, taking care of all my worries, and just had a thought, and there was a news coming that he's coming back to his ashram. So so I don't have to worry about doing all that jap mantra and all. And then so I got married. Few more months, went up, 1 2 months just went up like that. And then suddenly one day I realized that it's been so many months, but I haven't been to his ashram for his darshans. So I told my husband that let's go. So one weekend, I think it was Sunday evening, we went there for his darshans. He was just lying in his bed, not talking to anyone, but we just went there, sat there for some time, and he hasn't even seen my husband. So I was just sitting, standing there and looking at him, and was just praying that, he just puts one, opens the eyes just for a few seconds and looks at my husband. And as I was thinking, he suddenly opened his eyes and he looked at no one but just at my husband. And I was like so thankful in my heart that even if he's so troubled, so sick, and he's still hearing everything, he's still, you know, um, answering my prayers and everything. So grateful. So then we came back to our house. But then just next in the morning, I heard this news that he has left his physical body. So I was totally like shaken, surprised at what is it. Just last day we went there and everything was fine. They were saying that the disciples were saying that Guruji is fine, recovering well and all. And how can he leave this his body just like that? So I was very much, shocked, surprised, and very much disappointed. In fact, I was not ready for that loss at that time. So when I heard that news, obviously I rushed back to my house, and I remained there for his all the final rituals and all. And then um, that was a big setback for me in my life. And then this is how, I wasn't ready to take that pain. There was a great longing in me, um, deep, deep pain in my heart to be in his physical presence again, because I was not ready for that separation at that time. So that is how, I felt that great deep pain led me, that great longing led me to the path of spirituality and meditation. So after few years, I lost him in year 2012. And after few years, when I came to UK, and then I came onto this path of meditation and met Patri sir. So my second guru, Patri sir, so for first guru planted the seeds. Because of him only I was able to come into this, spirituality and meditation. And then second guru held my hand and showed the path, and showed the technique and how to walk upon this path. So this is the, greatness of gurus, and blessing if somebody has such great beings, great gurus in your life, how your life can be transformed beautifully, and how you can overcome all, difficult challenges in your life, the darkness in your life. So with so much deep gratitude towards both my gurus, I just I would just wind up this session today, and we would, with lots of love and gratitude, we will dive deep into our meditation.
One last experience, like when you first time met Patriji, you said, right, you felt the presence of your guru in him, like.
Yeah, so basically the energies were similar. When I first met him, many of the times it used to happen with me when I'm sitting in my first guru's presence, my heart, used to become too heavy and my eyes would well up for no reason with tears. And the same thing happened with Patri sir. When I was in his presence for the first time, we were meditating, I was crying like a baby. Inconsolably, I was crying, and I don't know what happened, what triggered me. So I felt that the same aura, same energy, both the gurus, or maybe it is like the all enlightened beings carry the same energy, same consciousness, because of which I was able to connect with him so easily, and I could, feel the presence of my guru, like he's sitting there. So these are my personal experiences that I wanted to share with everyone in the group, so that we know the importance of guru in our lives, and how guru is the main vehicle through which we can, you know sail through any challenges, sail not just the challenges, but the real cause for your inner transformation. And that is how I got transformed, and that is how I wish for everyone who is on the path of meditation, that they also transform and get in touch with their inner light, inner consciousness. So, shall we start the meditation now?
Yes, Ekta.
Okay, masters. So, be in the comfortable posture, relax yourself completely. You can take few deep breaths, inhale deeply and exhale. Completely relax yourself, whether you're sitting on a chair or on a bed. Be comfortable, be in a relaxed posture. Cross your legs, clasp your hands, fingers into fingers, and gently close your eyes. So please, masters, do not chant any mantras, no thoughts, no forms, no physical form of guru in your mind now. We are going into deep meditative states. So, breath is only our guru. So, just be with your breath. I'll play flute meditation music by Patri sir, so that we get connected to his divine energy as well. I request everyone to just be with their breath. Do not entertain any thoughts, any forms in your mind. Be with your natural, soft, and tranquil breath. Do not let your mind wander away with the thoughts. Be in this present moment where your breath is. Keep witnessing your breath. Last 5 minutes. Just be with your breath, my dear masters. No thoughts whatsoever. Task in hand is to be with your breath. Just your normal, natural breath. With lots of love and gratitude, let's thank all our spiritual gurus, higher divine astral masters, angels, archangels who are constantly keeping a watch over us and guiding us in our journey of meditation and spirituality. My deepest and heartfelt gratitude thanks to my Guru Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji for always being the guiding light into my life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Masters, slowly and gently, please come back to your physical self. And when you are ready, please keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. You can now remove your hands and open your eyes. Thank you, Master, for joining in today's meditation session. I hope all of you enjoyed the meditation and listening to the experiences I shared. If any one of you wants to speak anything or have any questions, please feel free to unmute yourself. I'll be happy if you can speak or ask some questions. Or otherwise, we will wind up the session soon because it's 10 o'clock already. Okay, Masters, if nobody has anything to share or we'll wind up the session. Thank you once again for joining and keep connecting every day, every morning and evening, and keep contributing, keep giving your energies, keep sharing your energy.